All right, let's just start with you're watching the game, 75 seconds into Aaron Rodgers playing quarterback for the Jets, he goes down. Did you think immediately he's done for the year?
Oh, yeah. Once you see him go down and see him stand up for about 5 seconds and drop back down, you knew it was bad. Helping him get off the sideline, I kind of had a little bit of hope seeing him walk because I thought it was just an ankle. I thought he maybe rolled his ankle up, something. And I had some hope that he can return, maybe tape it up, get him back out there. Then you see the cart pull over to the blue tent, and you go, oh, no, this is not good. And that's, I'm turning to the people next to me going, can't believe our season's over after 4 plays.
Oh, my God. I got to set the scene for everybody because as much as everybody was thinking about where Mike Greenberg was and how he's doing today and this whole week, I could care less. I was thinking about Jon Gallo, man. So you have not been a Jet season ticket holder for long. Now, correct me if I'm wrong on this emotional roller coaster that you've been on so far in 2 years. First year was like, yes, Zach Wilson. Everything's going to be great. Our draft picks, our defense, this is going to be great. If we can't go to games, the resale value of this, we're at least going to make our money back for the whole season. Middle of that season, I can't get rid of these tickets.
Yeah.
There's nobody who wants to go. Now, this offseason, dude, these season tickets are the most valuable things in my life's history.
Yep.
And then, like, you and your dad, right? It was just your
Yep.
dad and yourself there at Monday Night Football. So you guys are super pumped, not only for the game, but the season.
Yeah.
And I want to know, like, the vibe of MetLife, outside of MetLife, before we even get to the kickoff.
It was nuts. So we got there about 3 o'clock, 3:15. The parking lots opened at 3 o'clock, but they were forced to open them at 2:30 because there were so many people waiting just to get in.
Awesome.
We left, or we got there at 3:15, like I said, and we thought, all right, we're going to have, our pick of spots. We can get right next to the fence, just get a nice tailgate spot going. No. It was slammed, and we had to go all the way to the back corner, get up against the fence, against the highway. And it was just nuts. Everybody walking around, it's like a Yukon tailgate. Everyone's sharing food, sharing drinks, just wanted to have a good time.
A lot of happy Jet vibes.
Tons of Rodgers jerseys, tons of the new guys. I mean, it was just great to see. I've never seen MetLife like that. I heard afterwards that they said more people than the Super Bowl that was held at MetLife.
Wow. Now, it's 9/11 as well,
Yeah.
and then Aaron Rodgers runs out on the field with the American flag. What was that like in the stands?
Oh, it was surreal. I've never seen a night game at MetLife before in my life, so just seeing it all in the dark, then with the new LED lights they put in, they shut it down and have all the green and white lights flashing.
Where are you, by the way? Where are you sitting?
So we sit up in the 300 section. We're about the 35, 40-yard line, so we have a great view.
I like it.
But we're the first row, so there's no one in front, one in front of us. We could see right down. You get the all-22 up there, but it's not extremely far back where you really need binoculars to see, unless you're my dad.
I'm fascinated by the fact that Sunday night football is the Cowboys and the Giants, and then they can turn around the stadium and make it Jets green within less than 24 hours. And you guys are playing football, and it's amazing. And like you said, the vibe. Honestly, I've been to dozens of Giants games and a handful of Jets games since the 60s. And Jets fans are just a different breed. They're great people.
Oh, yeah.
I honestly feel sick for them right now.
I
do. Because, it looked like you finally got a quarterback that's going to take you somewhere. You've made a lot of moves that are going to take you over the hump and make you competitive. And the AFC East is one of the most difficult divisions this year. The NFC East, AFC East, so tough.
Oh, yeah.
And it just got that much tougher for you. But let's talk about Zach Wilson or even all the other names they're bantering about. Let's bring this guy, bring this. Does that matter to you as a Jets fan at this moment?
They're 1-0 right now.
You're 1-0. You're 1-0. I mean, you still have a very good team. Your defense, I picked your defense for my fantasy league. They were better than I thought they were going to be.
Oh, yeah.
I thought your defense was amazing.
They're great.
Made Josh Allen look like a college player again.
So what I always go back to is not this exact team, but the Jets have gone to an AFC championship game based off their defense alone. Mark Sanchez is the quarterback. And I kind of think of Zach Wilson along the lines of Mark Sanchez, where maybe right now in his career he has not had the opportunities, or when he has had the opportunities, he hasn't shown anything. Now, it's a brand new offense for him. He's still learning it, and you're going to throw him right into the fire. I think you do need to stick with him because, like I said, it's a brand new offense that he's been learning all training camp. You're going to go try to trade for Sam Darnold. Now you have to teach him this whole offense after he just learned San Francisco's offense. You want to bring Joe Flacco back in? It's a whole new offense from last year, and he's going to be the
And
backup
he's a
anyway.
year older.
Right.
Yeah, no.
And then there's rumors of Tom Brady. Like, yeah, okay,
Brady
it's not
ain't doing
happening.
it,
We don't
dude.
want that to happen.
Brady's busy buying up the world right now.
I mean, so if you're going to be realistic, you got to stick with Zach Wilson and hope you have a season like the Mark Sanchez year where the defense carries you and he just limits turnovers and just gets the ball to the skilled players. Like, get the ball in Breece's hands, get it in Dalvin Cook's hands, and get it in Garrett Wilson's hands, and let them do all the work.
I think one of the problems everyone keeps overlooking is the front five. I don't think if you get Tom Brady, anything's going to be any different because he's going to be on his back too. Zach Wilson, and I don't know, man. I think you might be selling Mark Sanchez a little short with this guy, but I don't think anything's going to change if he can't take a 5-step drop and actually think for a split second, because next week, who we got? Oh, yeah, the Dallas Cowboys. Oh,
In Dallas.
dude, you got to fix that offensive line first and foremost. I think that's the number one thing.
Oh, absolutely. And I mean, I think going into training camp, how bad they looked, even with a couple of the guys injured, Dwayne Brown just came back and gets thrown right into the game. It's going to take some time for these guys to get developed and play together again because there's some new pieces on the line. I still wouldn't be surprised if they try to make some moves, try to make a trade, or try to sign somebody. I know was not Joe Thomas. There was
The Kansas City left tackle that retired just
Fisher?
recently?
no. There was
Eric Fisher?
Yeah.
I forget who it was, but he's not retiring and he wants to play. Oh, Jason Peters.
Oh, okay.
Jason
yeah,
Peters. I think why not throw a veteran minimum deal at
Right.
him and just see if he can come along. Even if he doesn't start, at least he has that experience to teach these younger guys. Like, I mean, Elijah Vera Tucker is one of our strongest offensive linemen, but he's still only in his third year. Like, he still has room to grow. Mekhi Becton, he needs a lot of work because he keeps getting hurt. He's finally healthy this year, and he's in another new position that he has to learn all over again.
But it shows he's committed. He dropped a
Absolutely.
bunch of LBs. He looks much better, and they said, listen, you can't play in this league if you're a certain weight. And so I think he's more committed to his craft.
But I think that goes to being the Aaron Rodgers effect, where these guys want to play with a Hall of
Right.
Fame quarterback, and now you hope that he doesn't slide because, well, we got Zach Wilson back there again, and at least he can move a little bit.
As a
But,
Jets fan, do you want Aaron Rodgers back after this rehab?
I mean, it's hard to say no. I mean, it's Aaron Rodgers. You'd love to have Aaron Rodgers, whether he's broken Achilles or not. But at the same time, depending on how the season goes, if Zach looks decent at all,
You don't
I think
screw
you
that
kind
up,
of,
right?
I think you just hope he retires, I guess.
Man.
Talking Jon Gallo, our former producer, now he's with Upper Management.
Tormented Jets fan.
Tormented Jets fan. You know, God bless you, man. You've been pulling for them all this
At least
way.
you got
but
the Red
honestly,
Sox.
I think they're a much better football team. Zach Wilson or no Zach Wilson, it kind of looks like the San Francisco 49ers with Brock Purdy, as long as Wilson doesn't screw it up. And like Ben's right, the offensive line needs work.
Oh, yeah.
That's where you try to bring somebody in. But listen, the Giants just brought in 2 kick returners. That from the first game, they see Dallas skunks them. They're like, okay, we got to make moves. Every Tuesday, these teams are bringing in people. Jets can do the same thing.
Yeah, and I think you're going to see a lot of talk this week and see what they can do, whether it is a quarterback, whether it's a lineman. I don't think you really need any other skilled positions because the receivers are pretty good.
Your running backs are pretty good.
are incredible. And I'm still upset that they didn't give Breece Hall the ball more after his first 2 runs of the
He's
game.
going to get a lot of rock here coming up.
He better. I mean,
He can't throw it.
but it worried me a little bit in the game because it felt like they were almost trying to follow a script that Aaron Rodgers wanted to play out throughout the game, even when he's out.
That's
Because
the thing.
you run the ball first play of the game to Breece, he runs 20 yards, and then you throw it 4 times in a row, one being Zach Wilson's throw. Then you run him again, and he runs for 83 yards, and you throw it 4 times in a row and don't run the ball again until you go to Dalvin Cook. It's like, I get you want to mix and match Dalvin Cook and Breece Hall. They're both coming off injuries. You want to keep them fresh all year. But why are we not running the ball more? We have the 2 best running backs in the league, in my opinion.
Well, on that, I think that's one of the bigger problems is because you have an offensive coordinator that was brought in for a certain quarterback. You have 2 receivers that were brought in for a certain quarterback. That scheme was all because of those guys' familiarity with that offense from Green Bay and from Nathaniel Hackett. The whole summer, the whole offseason, the whole preseason, we have been working on all of those things. You know, the Nathaniel Hackett with Lazard, Cobb, and Rodgers. We're getting Garrett Wilson in the mix. Hey, here's the new offense. After 5 plays, all of that is trash. everything we've talked about since June, scrap it. We've got to do something completely different because the guy we base this around's not here, and the guy replacing him can't do those things.
Yeah.
And that's going to be tough. I just think that's the toughest thing in all of the mix of what's going on here with the Jets.
But I think there's so much in this system that can run through Zach Wilson. Like, how many times have we seen Aaron Rodgers dump it off to Aaron Jones or A.J. Dillon just on a little screen pass or just a little, last option? None of my receivers are open. He's right there. I didn't see any of that. I didn't. I think Breece Hall had maybe 1 or 2 catches. Dalvin Cook had maybe 1 or 2 targets. There was just no urgency to get the ball into your skilled player's hands.
I always think of like what I'm afraid of if I'm a free safety. The free safety in a cover situation where it's like cover 3, free safety gets to roam and do whatever he wants. I got to take away the most fearsome thing on that offense. It's not Zach Wilson's arm. So me dropping back and giving you a free dump off ain't going to work. I'm watching Breece Hall because I know that's where the ball is going to go. Of course, Garrett Wilson might tap a couple of deflect a pass to himself in the air at the goal line. It ain't going to happen all game. So Zach Wilson has to demonstrate that he can put some fear into defensive backs or they're going to be all over him, man.
Yeah, but I think if you use your running game more, that opens up a little bit more where you can take more deep shots and find Garrett Wilson 15, 20 yards down the field and hit him.
What about your ticket value? How has that been affected? I'm sorry to bring up these really harsh things, but the audience needs to know, man. Next game's against the Patriots at home.
Yep.
That should be fun, right?
Oh, yeah.
You're definitely going. You're being there.
And then the Chiefs after that.
Oh, yeah. Be there for that, too.
It's worse.
It gets worse. Come on, man.
Schedule is
Did you look at the schedule?
It's because Aaron Rodgers was
Until
on
they get to the Broncos, man. It's pain,
The
pain, and some
only
more pain.
reason the schedule is what it is because it was Aaron Rodgers and we're setting him up for primetime matchups.
I'm kind of hoping we can move some of these Sunday night games back to 1 o'clock so I can get home early.
Let's flex this schedule. But you're in it, man. You're not selling your tickets.
No,
You're
you're in it to win it.
That's what we love about Gallo.
That's what we love about you. Thank you so much, John, for coming in, man.
John.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
It's not easy to be a Jets fan today.
Yeah.
No, it's been a long time of misery, and it just keeps getting better, doesn't it?
Just continue. As a Cubs fan, you'll get used to it. You'll start to
I'm
love
used to
love
it.
He's also a Red Sox fan, so he's used to it.
I know.
Just quick story. Like, we're in the parking lot getting ready, and I look at my dad, and I'm like, all right, 3 hours to kickoff. Hasn't hit me yet that Aaron Rodgers is about to lead the Jets. Like, it just doesn't feel real. Sit down, watch Aaron Rodgers running with the flag. I'm like, still doesn't feel real.
It's a dream.
4 plays in. I'm like, that's why it didn't feel real. Thanks, universe.
You knew.
Yeah, something was going to happen.
Well, good luck this season. We're pulling.
Good luck, John.
Thanks. Thank you.
Awesome.